A new year and a new home for Argyle Fine Art. I'm so excited for this lady here. She's Adriana Afford. How are you?
Oh, I'm happy to be here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Now listen, she's not only is she the owner and the director, you're doing it all really, because I follow her on Facebook. And what are you doing? I mean, you're hanging pictures, you're doing electrical work.
We're doing everything.
You probably never knew the talents you had.
No, you do everything when you're a business owner. I think any business owner, regardless of what type, you end up doing everything. Before you got here, I was mopping.
Well,
so there you go.
There you go. But it's like, I guess, with any new home, there's lots of mysteries to uncover, but there's lots of wonderful things to discover too. So how have you found living on Barrington?
We love it. We love our neighbors. We love the space itself. We love all the kind of interactions that we're getting from people that are walking past. We switch up our windows regularly in our gallery regularly, like we always used to, but now people actually see, and it's a lot of fun.
Must be phenomenal along here.
It's
this
great.
is Barrington in downtown Halifax. And there's something about this place, it's got a good vibe. Are you finding that?
Yeah, it feels like home. Like when we first moved in, it did. We started moving just before Christmas, and we certainly had our hands full with moving piles of artwork, painting, constructing walls, and so on. But
I noticed I never got a call, because I would imagine a lot of this is pretty breakable and not anything you want to drop. That's got to be worrisome.
Helped, yeah. Well, I had some really good friends helping. Some other artists that kind of are a little bit familiar with how to handle artwork. And then we had some other great people just come along board and help us get stuff done. So little by little, like you said, in any new home, there's lots and lots of stuff still to get done. So we're just going day by day.
Right.
But upstairs is complete. We're really pleased with the way it looks here. And then we've got a lower gallery, which we're still working on, but it's coming along. It's finding its own little place as well.
And I think with any art gallery, and you of course would know this better, but you need to be flexible. And it seems like this space really lends itself to that. I mean, you look on one wall, there's huge art, and behind us,
the teeny ones.
I love the pre-show. Now talk to me about this, because it's very cool, and it's something you do every year.
Yep, this is a show we do every year, usually around this time of the year. So usually the end of January, early February. It's a good way to get people back into, especially the artists, just to kind of think about creating artwork again, because everybody goes into a bit of a slump. It's hard to get back to things, get back to work after the holidays.
And this is manageable. Do
this
you give
is
them
manageable.
The canvas this size? No. You tell them, how does it work?
We used to in years past. This year we actually sort of let it up to people to kind of get it, as long as they would kind of abide by the size, which is 4 inches by 5 inches, and then all the pieces are the same price. So regardless of who the artist is, whether they're an emerging artist or an established artist, because some of them actually do like to work. You'll see some of them are kind of a larger, thicker profile. Some people are actually painting on something other than canvas. There's a few artists, for example, there's ceramic here by Mary Jane Lundy.
Oh, and that counts?
Yeah, as long as it's that size. And then there's some other artists, like for example, Gordon MacDonald, who's well known for painting on metal, especially copper. So he cut out pieces like that. So.
Oh, neat.
So really anything goes, but it's fun. There's artists from all over Atlantic Canada, and there were 252 pieces. That's a lot of little tiny holes in our new walls.
No doubt. And now here's the other thing. I mean, at CNBC, we celebrate the 4 Atlantic provinces, but that's something you celebrate here at your gallery. When we look around the walls, that's what we're seeing?
Yeah, I do predominantly sort of focus on local artists, meaning right from our city or in Nova Scotia.
Right.
But that being said, there's so many great artists outside of there that I'm starting to kind of work with some more artists from New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and beyond that a little. Yeah. But we do try to focus on Atlantic Canadian, so that when people are traveling, especially, that they can come somewhere and actually find something that's been made by somebody here, and probably even meet them. Yeah, we have artists here all the time.
That's really groovy. I mean, one of the other things, if you go on, I mean, you certainly you're tweeting. Are you tweeting?
Oh yeah, I do a little.
Yeah. I mean, I try. I don't know.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Do it. I don't know.
But
I'm a Facebooker.
You are, and you're very good at that. And you've always got stuff going on. What's
There's
coming
always something new. Well, because there'll probably be a lot of families and March breaks coming up as well, and all these things. We decided to work with 2 guys that we've worked with for a long time, actually, Paul Hammond and Seth Smith, and a lot of people know them as Rodeo.
Okay.
And they have sort of been featured at our gallery at other times during Nocturne. They do 3-dimensional things. So you actually put on your 3D glasses that they provide, and they do these amazing screen
It's all the
prints.
rage, the 3D business.
Yeah. They were ahead of the game a long time ago, because we'd had their show a couple years ago.
That's not one of those ones where you have to focus, is it?
No,
okay,
not at all. I can't do that.
I could never do that.
No, you have to relax. It takes too long.
I can't relax.
No.
I'm jacked up on caffeine all the time.
Me too. Okay. These ones you just pop on the glasses. So what they're going to do is they've been continuing on with that show. Okay. So it's a lot of fun. They're actually going to set it up so people, even if they're not coming into the gallery, that they can actually interact with that artwork. So we're actually going to set up the glasses so that they're facing outwards to the window.
No way.
And so people walking by can just put their head up, put their eyes up to the glasses. So we'll probably have to go out there and wash up all the little nose prints every now and then. But I think it'll be fun.
Neat. Yeah. And I mean, every different medium here too, which I guess is exciting for you as a director because you're seeing things in. Now, I'm just thinking there might be somebody out there, Adriana, who's an aspiring artist, and they're saying, how would I get myself into the Argyle Fine Art Gallery? How would that work?
Well, if you go to our website, we do have a submission guideline there, and that's just argylefa.com. So that's the first place to start. But I always say to people, come into the space and get a feel for it and really look around and see what we're doing.
Right.
Just to get a feel, because I mean, you might be a great artist, but sometimes it may not quite work, but I might also have some really good ideas of other places that could be great.
Right.
But that being said, we do have group shows that happen at least twice a year, and I always find that to start off, that's a great way. In fact, we've met some new artists that I'd love to continue working with, and we've met them because they've participated in a group show, and then we just hit it off.
And there's a real network, a camaraderie I get the sense of, especially with the artistic community in Halifax and Nova Scotia, for sure.
Yeah, people that are also visual artists often are musicians, or they are some other performing artists, or they do something. Everybody does something, it seems. So there definitely is kind of an interesting network of people.
Right. Well, this is exciting. Congratulations to you on the move. I know we've caught her on her day off. We might as well just tell you. And so thank you for making the time. You're busy, and it's exciting, and there's always something wonderful happening here. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for coming down.